everyone, and welcome to this week's We Are Report. My name is Kaleigh McMichael, and joining me here tonight is Matthew Blutig. Tonight, we will be discussing which Penn State alumni athletes are standing out at the professional level. There are many Penn State athletes that have been drafted to the pros, and we want to share the big accomplishments that they continue to make. Matthew, what are your thoughts for this week?
So the athlete I want to profile this week is McMichael, UFC athlete. 90-3 was his college wrestling record. Dan Hodge Trophy winner, which is the equivalent to the Heisman of football. 3-time Big Ten champion, and 3-time folk style world champion. Okay, so the wrestling credentials are clearly there. But as far as his career goes, a couple weeks back, got a huge win on Dana White's Contender Series. Week 10 against Donovan Beard, Cage Fury UFC champion. He hit him with a 1-2, went at the full mount, went to the back, and then ended up choking him out. Be a triangle choke. And then Dana White's like, oh, this guy's the real deal, as if we didn't know that already. And then 2 days later, Brett Okamoto already puts out that has another fight against Jamie Pickett. Jamie Pickett, good fighter. He fights guys, Tafon Chukwi, of those sort. But McMichael is going to dismantle this dude. He's going to wrestle him into another dimension. And he's just that guy, McMichael. McMichael is really making waves right now. And when I say this, when I say he's going to dismantle Jamie Pickett, I mean that. Like, he is the next UFC superstar, as like when Brock Lesnar entered the UFC. So McMichael was great college athlete, fabulous college athlete, but now he's taking it into his own respective sport. Where wrestling, you could go into in the world of wrestling, you could go into across the world and wrestle other guys. But UFC really, I feel like, and MMA is where the money is to be made, and that is what McMichael is doing right now. Going to the UFC, just got signed a couple weeks ago, and he is ready to make waves on that UFC 282 card. And on that UFC 282 card, Penn State is going to be celebrating because one of their own is going to get a win, and a big win indeed. So I want to toss it to you. Who is the athlete that you're going to profile?
I definitely agree that McMichael seems very impressive and ready to make waves in the UFC for sure. This week I wanted to highlight Sam Coffey, and she graduated recently from Penn State in 2020 and is now been drafted to the Portland Thorns in 2021 and was the 12th overall draft pick. She's already making waves, with the Portland Thorns. She's made 15 appearances and 14 starts so far. She recently had her first goal on September 21st, I believe. And, she's just continuing to, play well throughout the professionals. Even she's gotten a few call-ups to the U.S. Women's Nationals team as well. So she's making, many waves throughout for both teams for sure. She's already, throughout all of her leagues or whatever, all of her teams that she's played on, both those teams, she is, considered to be up and running for the Rookie of the Year for National Women's Soccer League.
I think we saw this with her coming out of Penn State. I mean, she brought Penn State pretty far in the national tournament 3 times. She won multiple Big Ten awards throughout her college. For people that don't know her, she was at Boston College for a year or 2, and then she went to Penn State and like we said, she made a huge impact on the field. And now that we see Carly Lloyd retiring, even though she's a forward and she is a midfielder, there's definitely going to be moves on that U.S. Women's National Team, and there's a spot for her right in the midfield. And I know she's bound to make a huge impression within the U.S. Women's National Program, not just up there, but also within the youth as well.
That's all we have for this edition of the We Are Report on Penn State Sports Night. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night. We hope you liked that segment.
And we're sure there's other Penn State Sports Night segments that you are going to love as well. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.
And check us out on social media for updates and behind-the-scenes clips and pics. Follow us on Twitter at PSSN TV and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with all the action.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.